everybody. It's Thursday, July 30th. Time for our daily situation awareness briefing. No current or expired alerts. National Terrorism Advisory System. Always a good thing. Updated numbers this morning for the detainees in Rio Grande Valley. 83 UACs, 370 adults. No new declaration requests. No ongoing PDAs. And no new FMAGs. Taking a look around the region. Excuse me. There we go. Let me see here. We have no changes to our IMATs. In Texas, we still have the one shelter open on Rio Grande City, down in Starr County. Population is still 0, but they have not officially shut that shelter yet. And in Houston, north side of Houston, there's one shelter with a population of 11, and that is due to an apartment fire in Spring Branch. Power outages. New Mexico is today's big winner with about 8,000. All of those are in the Santa Fe area, likely due to last night's storms. But we'll hear more about that with Paula here in just a moment. First, I'd like to go to the Mississippi River. Has no changes to its elevated flood. It's on a slight downward trend, and the river traffic is the primary. The impacts are primarily for the industrial businesses between the river and the levee. River forecast is not anticipated to meet or match the levee or exceed the levee. But now we'll turn over to Paula from the National Weather Service.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for the start there with the Mississippi River. It will continue to recede, and here at Baton Rouge, that 38 feet is an impact level that once we kind of get below that, we can see some improvement to the navigational safety regulations and the river traffic. So hopefully we'll continue to see that downward trend and maybe get into minor flooding by mid to late week next week. Moving on to the Region 6 threat matrix. The greatest chance for severe weather today is in Louisiana. We continue to be concerned about flash flooding due to the isolated heavy rain. 2 to 3 inch amounts are possible in New Mexico, and we're moving a little bit further east into the Texas Panhandle and West Oklahoma. And the heat is still on. East Texas, Southwest Oklahoma, Southern Arkansas, and Louisiana are still seeing 105 plus heat indices, which will continue throughout the day until that front comes through. And then we will see Central Texas begin to heat up after that front comes through. Moving on to the tropical weather, we do actually have something out there. We have a tropical wave that is in the Cape Verde Islands area, and at this point, the 5-day, there's no, not looking at a great chance, maybe 10% possibility of development in the next 48 hours, and a slightly higher chance over the next 5 days, but still below 40%. So we will keep an eye on any development out there. So going back to the severe thunderstorm potential, the greatest chance will be in Louisiana, and it would be the type of severe weather with mostly high winds, high and gusty winds, but the chances of tornadoes or damaging hail are very small at this point. So we are concerned about that flooding, as I mentioned before. We do have some active flash flood warnings in far west section of Texas and southern New Mexico due to some heavy rain that did fall there. We'll continue to see those high indices in the region of southern Arkansas, Oklahoma, East Texas, and Louisiana. We will also continue to see that threat of flash flooding as we go through the weekend, as the monsoonal moisture continues to flow into New Mexico. Taking a look at the 5-day precip, you can see that that area up there into New Mexico, working its way into Oklahoma and Texas, so we will keep an eye on that. Moving on to the drought monitor. When I sent out the slide presentation, it had not been updated, but the new maps are out. If you look at what we see where those areas of S's and L's basically are there and have now expanded. So, despite our very rainy May and June, we are starting to see some more drought areas expand as we get into the deep part of the summer here. And as for space weather, only minor chances of any issues, quiet and to unsettled. And that's all I have here from Southern Region Rock. If anybody has any questions, we'll be happy to take them at this time.
Thank you, Paula. If anyone has any questions, National Weather Service, type in the chat window or speak up if you're on the phone. And I apologize for that person with the open mic. I believe you were drowning out the National Weather Service on the phone. Let's see, take a look around the region for the meetings going on today. And, true or not, blue moons are colored blue. No, they're not. But tomorrow is a blue moon. Alright, last chance for any questions for right now. Speak up if you're on the phone or type in the chat window. Hearing none, this concludes today's briefing. Have a wonderful Friday evening.